Most women don't stay broke because they're bad with money. They stay broke because deep down, they were taught that being good with money makes them selfish, greedy, or unlovable. Let's be honest, many of us were raised to nurture others, not to nurture our net worth, to make sure everyone else was okay, even if that meant ignoring our own needs. If you've ever said to yourself, I know what I should be doing with money, I just don't do it. This video will help you understand why. We'll talk about the 5 invisible money patterns that keep smart, capable women struggling, and the simple mindset shifts that helped me rebuild my finances after years of shame and self-sabotage. As someone who studied financial psychology and rebuilt from zero, I can tell you the hardest part isn't math, it's healing. So stay with me until the end because I'll share one truth that changes the way you think about money forever. Lesson 1. We confuse self-worth with self-sacrifice. When I first started earning money, I noticed something strange. The more I gave away, the more approved of I felt. I'd pick up the check, lend money I couldn't afford, overgive at work, and then quietly resent it later. It wasn't generosity, it was guilt. I was trying to prove that I was good. Here's the psychology behind it. Many women were taught to earn love through giving, not through receiving. So when money flows towards us, it triggers discomfort, as if we're taking something we don't deserve. I want you to try this mindset shift. You can't pour from an empty cup. True generosity doesn't come from depletion. It comes from overflow. Here are some practical steps for you to try. Next time you're about to give financially, pause and ask, am I giving from guilt or from groundedness? That one question will change how you handle every dollar. Lesson 2, we avoid money because it feels emotionally charged. There was a time I couldn't even open my bank app. It wasn't about the number. It was about the story that number told me. It made me feel like a failure, like I'd let myself down. So I avoided it. Until I realized ignoring money is just another form of fear. Here's the psychology behind it. Avoidance gives temporary relief, but it trains the brain to associate money with pain. The more we look away, the scarier it becomes. So here's a practical step you can try. Start small. Schedule a 10-minute money check-in once a week. Light a candle, put on calm music, and open your accounts without judgment. We start healing when we can look at our numbers and say, this is just data, not a definition of who I am. Lesson 3, we internalize shame about wanting more. Let's be real, women are often shamed for ambition. If we want money, we are called greedy. If we don't, we're called naive. When I first said I wanted to be financially free, even I cringed a little because good girls aren't supposed to want wealth. They're supposed to want security. But here's the truth. Those two things aren't opposites. Wealth is what creates security. Here's the psychology behind it. Our beliefs about desire and worth are often inherited. If we saw our mothers struggle or self-sacrifice, part of us learns that's what love looks like. So here's a mindset shift for you. Wanting more doesn't make you materialistic. Remember that. It means you're ready to expand your capacity to give, create, and lead. I want you to try this journal prompt. If I stopped feeling guilty for wanting more, what would I allow myself to build? Lesson 4, we overcomplicate money because simplicity feels too easy. For years, I thought managing money had to be hard. Spreadsheets, apps, formulas. But the truth, money loves clarity. When I simplified, one bank account for spending, one for savings, one for investing, I finally felt free. Here's the psychology behind it. Complexity is often a form of avoidance. If we make it overwhelming, we don't have to fully engage. Here's a practical step for you to try. Pick one area to simplify this week. Maybe it's unsubscribing from unnecessary services or automating your savings. Simple systems create emotional safety, and that's what wealth really is. Lesson 5, we think we have to do it alone. One of the biggest lies women are taught is that we should figure it out ourselves. But healing our relationship with money isn't meant to be done in isolation. When I started talking about money with trusted friends, mentors, even my community, I realized how many women carried the same fears quietly. Here's the psychology behind it. Money shame thrives in silence. Community brings perspective and accountability. Here's a practical step for you to try. Have one honest money conversation this week. Not about how much you earn, but how you feel about money. You'll see that you're not alone. And that's the first step to freedom. Here's a bonus truth for you that no one tells us. You don't heal your finances by fixing numbers. You heal them by fixing narratives. Most women don't need a new financial plan. They need permission to stop feeling ashamed for wanting more, saving more, or saying no. The real flex isn't having more. It's needing less shame to hold it. So, ladies, let's do a quick recap. Most women stay broke because 1. We equate worth with sacrifice. 2. We avoid money out of fear. 3. We feel shame for wanting more. 4. We overcomplicate what should be simple. 5. We try to do it alone. But the moment we start seeing money as a mirror, not a measure, everything changes. Your financial comeback starts the moment you decide you're worthy of wealth, peace, and overflow. If this video spoke to you, do comment below, I'm breaking the cycle. And subscribe for weekly mindset and money wisdom, because wealthy women don't just change their lives, they change the world.